Shalom, shalom. All praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashi, Ba'asham Rechak. Double honor unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who were well and who taught us this truth, man. Shalom unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Okay. And this will be a quick in-transit video, alright? So, Lord willing is straight to the point and edifying, man. Okay. And the title of it is damn, what did I title it? When the Lord that time when the Lord made a move, what is the house today? Okay. That time the Lord made a move, what is the house today? Because it's come out that you got individuals from the Sakari camp, and they're now selling prayers. You know, it even sounds bizarre to say, man, but that's what it's come to. You've got individuals from the Sakari camp selling prayers, man. You know, and I mean, hey, that's just wicked, man. That's just wicked. First of all, when you sell something, yeah, it's because it's either you've got into the business of an existing product, okay, and you've built a business based on that product or idea or service, good or service, and you sell it, all right, because that's the business you're in. Or you're the creator of something, okay, and then you realize that, this is a good business plan, and where need or where service meets need, all right, you can become lucrative. That's the fundamentals, the core fundamentals of business, right? Where a service meets a particular need, you can provide that service and then charge for it. That's the core fundamentals of business. Where a need is, where a service, or so like where a need is met by a service. Okay. So first of all, selling prayers, man, you have to consider, right? Is the Sakari group the originators and makers of prayer? The answer is no. All right. You know, you can't now. Okay, it's part two. Are they the part one? Are they the originators of prayer? No. And part two, do you pray to the Sakari group? The head of, you pray to what's his name, Al-Azhar, or any of the leadership? You know, no. All right. So for those two reasons, yeah, you can't commercialize prayer because you're not the creator of it. All right. Neither is prayer being directed onto them. So how can you commercialize something that essentially you have no involvement with? Okay. That's fraud, man. Okay. The Sakari group, man, and you know, it's coming out and stuff, who's who and what's what, you know, but the leadership of that group need to check out, man. They need to check out what's going on, because that's spiritual fraud, which is bringing a carnal gain. Okay. The scriptures say, all right, the scriptures say, buy the truth and sell it not, man. Okay. Now, how do we buy the truth? We buy the truth through the cost of our time. Okay. You buy the truth with the cost of losing certain relationships you may have had. You know, you may have had a good relationship with your parents, your siblings, you know, whatever, man. But as the worldly spirit comes off and the spirit of truth enters in, you know, people want to war you, man. And I was thinking about this heavily yesterday, man. You know, a lot of the times, like, you can have so-called good relationships with particular family members or whatever, but there's always some sort of friction in the mix, man. You know, and I was thinking about it, like, man, the scriptures are true. I was thinking about this late last night, man. The scriptures are true, man. Like, wow. You know, and what it comes down to is people don't like Yahawashi. You know, now they don't know why they don't like you. You know, they don't even know why they're at odds with you, but they're at odds with you for the simple fact of they don't like Yahawashi, man. And it's this, Lord willing, it's the Spirit of the Lord that's upon us that aggravates these people, man. Okay, you know. But yeah, that's how you buy the truth, with your time, investment of your time, you know, and particular things, you know, that you could say are comforts or whatever, you know, are lost because of the truth, man. Okay, so that's how that's the price to pay, you know, for the truth, as it were. But commercializing prayer, hey man, that's wicked, bro. That's wicked. Now Yahawashi, he came into the temple one time, and it was around the Passover. And it's funny because, I say it's funny, it's scary, because we're in the Passover season right now. We're leading up to Pesach, okay? A couple of weeks, days away, man, and it's Passover, okay? When we're going to observe it, right? Now, the Lord came into the temple around Passover time, and the one time recorded in scripture, the one time Yahawashi got physical with niggas, man, was when they were selling inside of the temple, man. Okay, and the scripture lets us know that he got 3 cords and he tied them together. So the Lord made a whip, man, out of them 3 cords, you know, and he whipped their asses, man. All right. And then he threw over the tables, the money changer tables, and then he started shouting at them and telling them, my father's house is a house of prayer, and ye have turned it into a den of thieves, man. Okay? The Lord got mad at them. Now, I'm not saying, you know, we're gonna, you know, whip people, or we're gonna fight people, you know, and you know, we're gonna go to the setup and you know, flip tables over. Hey man, whatever you do in your corner with your group, hey, that's up to you lot, man. That's up to you, man. Whatever spirit you got going on, demonic vibe you got going on, then fine. Yeah, but we're gonna be defenders of the truth, man. And as the elder Managan said, it's highly offensive, man. It's highly offensive. Okay, because whereas we don't have a physical temple, all right, dare I say, because of the sacrifice of Yahawashi, we don't even need a physical temple anymore, all right? But because we don't have a physical temple, it doesn't mean that the house of the Lord is non-existent, man. The house of the Lord is this truth, all right? King David put it best. He said, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, all right? You know? To dwell in the house of the Lord forever is to dwell in the truth, man. This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, right? This constitutes as the house of the Lord, man. All right? So when we see people essentially commercializing the truth, you know, and making money off the truth, all right? That's one and the same thing as setting up the money changers, the money tables in the temple, like Yahawashi saw over 2,000 years ago, man. Okay? Now, the reason why they set the tables up in the temple at Passover is because they knew that the business traders at the time knew that that was a lucrative time. Okay? And we see groups doing that today. You know, oh, we're going to have the Passover here, you know, we're going to have this, we're going to have that, and we're going to have this seminar and that show, and you got to click onto that website, and then you can come to this show and that show. They make the Passover like a worldly seminar, you know. The way some groups are promoting the Passover, you know, if you weren't involved in this truth and knew anything about it, you'd think it's just some week away corporate event in some hotel, man. You know, there's no solemnity to it. There's no focus on Yahawashi. You know, there's no haste, okay? A large part of the Passover involves haste, man, okay? That's why when we eat the lamb and the unleavened bread and the bitter herbs, and we drink the wine, we eat in accordance to how it's said in the scripture, man, to eat it with your shoes on your feet, okay, and to eat it standing, man, okay, and to eat it in haste. So even in the Passovers that we keep, when it comes to the eating, you know, as the elder apostle Tahar said many years ago, the Passover is not a lamb dinner, man. When we do it, we simulate that. We actually eat it hurriedly in haste, man, out of honor and respect for how we first kept it, man. But these groups, the way they're promoting it, it's as if it's some fucking corporate work event week away in the Hilton or the Ritz Hotel. You know, just learning information about whatever fucking industry they work in, man. You know, it's crazy, man. Now, as I said, the reason why even 2,000 years ago they set up the tables in the temple is because the scripture says 3 times a year shall all the men come to stand before the Lord, and they shall not come, roughly paraphrasing, they shall not come empty-handed, basically, you know. And one of those 3 times that we had to appear before the Lord Yahweh, okay, was the Passover, man, you know. And you couldn't come empty-handed. So what would often happen is there would be setups of stalls leading into Jerusalem, okay? And people that were coming, Israelite groups, if you will, or a part of certain diasporas, you know, you had a northern African diaspora, okay? That's where Simon of Cyrene potentially was born, and if not born there, moved to there. But he was in Jerusalem at the time of the Passover, because Yahawashi died at the time of the Passover. He was put to death at the Passover, man. So that's why Simon of Cyrene was there, because Cyrene is I believe, if my geography serves me correct, that's up in North Africa. So it wasn't no Hamite, you know, that was just happened to be there that helped the Lord. He was an Israelite of the northern African diaspora who was in Jerusalem at the time for what? To fucking pick roses and daffodils? No, he was in Jerusalem at the time to observe Pesach. Okay? Right? So you had many diasporas, but people would come in from all over into Israel to observe the Passover at its appointed time. So the local businessmen, they saw money in that, and they said, aha, okay, you're gonna have all these Israelite foreigners coming into Jerusalem to observe the Passover, but they can't come to the Lord empty-handed. They need turtle doves to sacrifice. They need lambs to sacrifice. So what they did was they would manipulate the weights, okay? They would manipulate the weights, meaning that it would cost them more for less. All right, it would cost them more for less, you know. So they were essentially they were extortionating people, man, you know, out of their money, man. Okay, so it was wicked, you know. It was wicked. It was a money move, okay. And to make it worse, they got so brazen, they were actually doing it in the temple, man. They were doing it in the temple, man. And the temple ain't for that, man. Okay? Now, we've done lessons on this before, you know, and I kind of prefer talking about this type of stuff, like when it's an on-screen lesson, because I can, you know, there's the depiction to show certain things behind the explanation. But you had the outer court, the inner court, and the Holy of Holies, man. You know? And certain things could be officiated. Certain people could go in the outer court, but in the inner court, you know, were only for the Israelites. And, you know, the officiating of the temple it goes quite deep, man. All right, which I'm not going to speak about right now. But the point is, they were selling in a part of the temple that was reserved for prayer, teaching, and sacrifice, man. So they turned the inner holy court into a marketplace. So when Yahawashi came into the temple and saw that, man, that was a prophecy as well, by the way. He lost it, man. That's when he got the 3 cords, tied it together, made a whipped their asses, and then threw the tables over, man. Okay, you know. Now, come on, man. You don't whip someone when you're smiling. You don't dash tables over and throw shit around, you know, and destroy stuff when you're happy. You do it when you're upset, when you're angry. Yahawashi was angry, man. Okay, fuck that white Jesus Christianity shit. Always smiling, looking like a fucking pedo, man. I'm just gonna come out and say it, man. Looking like someone that's involved with children, man. That's what white Jesus looks like. White Jesus looks like he's involved with children. Okay? And I already tapped this ain't made for kids when I was setting up the stream. But I'm just being honest. White Jesus, yeah, looks like he's involved with children, man. Now, that's not a far-fetched, because when you check out who got painted, Cesare Borgia, all right, he was into all kind of madness, man. So that spirit, that filthy spirit that was on him, transferred it over into the pictures, man. You know? Because that's what it looks like, man. White Jesus looks like somebody that's involved in some filthy shit, man. Okay? Always smiling and... Nah, man. When Yahawashi did that, he was pissed off, man. He was pissed the fuck off. Alright? And he fucked them up. He whipped them. And he threw over their tables, man. Alright? Now, again, to reiterate, I'm not saying, well, you see, Yahawashi did that, so I'm going to do that. No. No. We ain't going to go up to you and get carnal and you know, and beat you up for going off. No. But what we're doing by responding and bringing edification out of this madness, right, is to say that the truth is the temple, man. The truth is the holy place. The truth is the holy of holies, man. Okay? So, and when Yahawashi did that, he fulfilled prophecy. The scripture says that it may be fulfilled. The zeal of thine house has encompassed me, man. Okay? Because Yahawashi, when you read the scriptures, certain things are subtle, man. But Yahawashi he was enthralled with the temple, man. The actual building, the building itself, okay? The infrastructure, he was enthralled with it, and he loved it, man. And the disciples actually learned that they came to the understanding that their master took pleasure in observing the temple, man. It's like sightseeing, you know? It's like sightseeing. You go to a different country, somebody from the country's taking you around, they ain't gonna take you to the fucking hood. They're gonna take you to the sightseeing, man. Like, case in point, if somebody came over to England, right? You know, I ain't gonna take them to, like, you know, I don't know, like fucking Tottenham. Like, this is the hood, man. We gonna see in Tottenham, man. What? Rat head chicken shops and niggas standing on the corner and a betting shop. Like, no. If somebody came over to England, man, I'm a fucking take them to central London, man. You know, we can perhaps go see the London Eye, get on the London Eye if you ain't scared of heights. You know, and show you the key buildings with history, man. Because that's what fucking makes sense, man. Okay? You know? So there were certain palaces, you know, of the high priests and stuff that was near and around about and stuff. But predominantly, the temple was the main attraction of Jerusalem, man. Now, the reason why Yahawashi loved the temple was because he knew, yeah, who he was in a past life. And he knew that he built it, all right, on behalf of his father David, who had intended to, had too much blood on his hands. But Yahawashi knew that he was Solomon in a previous lifetime and built the temple. Read that in 1 Kings, the 8th chapter. That's a prayer of Solomon dedicating the temple unto Yahweh, man. Okay? So the disciples kind of clocked onto it. Yeah, man, he's always like, he's kind of into the temple. So the scriptures actually says it. One time the disciples brought him into Jerusalem to shew him the temple. You know, to show the Lord, hey, look, man, I know you like this, so hey, let's go check it out, man. You know? Okay? So Yahawashi had a huge love and respect for the temple. So when he saw that, man, that fulfilled the prophecy. The zeal of thine house has encompassed me, man. You know? And again, we don't have a physical temple right now, but we have a temple. And the temple is the building of the elect. The third temple, man, is the elect. Okay? Which also represents the truth. Okay? This wisdom, this knowledge, and this understanding, man. Okay? And the elect is that third temple, man. So the question is, man, if Yahawashi did that to them over the physical temple 2,000 years ago, what the hell do you think is his sentiments towards making the house of the Lord a marketplace now? Okay? What do you think his sentiments are? Do you think the Lord is happy, man? You selling prayers, man. Here it is. Somebody needs prayers. The scripture says, is there any among you, is that in James? Is there any among you that is sick? Let him call for the elders of the assembly, that they may lay hands on him and pray and anoint his head with oil and stuff like that, man. You know, imagine a brother, hey bro, man, I'm sick, man. Can the brothers pray for me? Oh, okay, yeah, we'll pray though. But what's your bank balance saying though? You know, you got £50? You got £100? No. I'm kind of uptight right now. Alright, cool, man. When you got the money, shout me. That's wicked, man. Selling prayers, man. So what? There's a new chain of command. Is that according to the Sakari? Until the leadership cut that dude and say, nah, man, he was off. We at Sakari don't teach that. Until that, it seems as if we gon' take it as if Sakari's down with it, man. Now let's say the leadership come out and say, nah, man, that dude's going off. We spoke to him, we rebuked him, we took that shit down. We don't sell prayers. Then fine. But until then, what are we to think, man? You know, because I can speak for Great Millstone, man. You know, anything that ain't kosher, man, that gets taken down within minutes, man. Because somebody gonna see it and it's gonna be run up the chain. Hey, what's that all about, man? What's that? You know? So if a video's up for an extended period of time, what else are we gonna think apart from your group is down with that, man? Okay. The scripture says, I am Raphael, who presents the prayers of the saints as the odors, the incense in the heavens, man. So the angels take our prayers up. You know, Raphael presents it in the Holy of Holies. Then Yahawashi makes petition, you know, to the Father. He's the last handler of the prayers, if you will, before it reaches the Father's ears, you know. But now there's a new chain of command. It's no longer the angels and Raphael that take up the prayers into the heavens, into the spirit realm. It's now, it's according to your fucking bank balance and your online banking. Yeah, well, before Raphael gets involved, you know, you gotta pay us. Yeah, because that's the scriptures, man. Now you may think I'm being funny, but I'm not fucking being funny, man. I'm being serious. That's in the scriptures. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels which stand before the Most High, presenting the prayers. The scriptures tell us the order, man. The angels take up our prayers. Then the last handler of our prayers is Yahawashi, and he makes intercession for us, man. So if you're talking about buying prayers, are you now throwing yourself in that lineup then? Are you throwing yourself in that lineup? Are you now saying that before the angels deal with your prayers, yeah, you gotta pay some money to men on the earth? Before your prayers get to Yahawashi, so essentially, if you want prayers, yeah, if you want prayers done, then Yahawashi ain't gonna hear you because you didn't pay some fucking dollars or pound sterlings or whatever, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's fucked up, man. But I ain't gonna stress the point. The only thing I'm throwing out there is this, man. If that's how Yahawashi reacted 2,000 years ago for people trying to commercialize the house of the Lord, yeah, what do you think his reaction's gonna be now? Okay? And it's Passover time. It's sifting season. This is the season where the Lord kills people, man. Okay? This is the season where the Lord takes people out of the truth, man. Okay? So just consider it. If Yahawashi reacted to them commercializing in the house of the Lord 2,000 years ago the way he did, yeah, what do you think he's gonna do now, man? Okay? So selling prayers is wicked, man. You know, but people, they're not conscious of they're not conscious of the Most High, man. They're just in their own bubble commercializing shit, but they're not even conscious of anything, man. It's crazy. Anyways, with that, I'm out, man. Kala Yahawashi Bashim Rakaku Das, man. Shalom, man.